Hi there, I wanted to walk you through how you're going to design your story. So step one, you're going to create your account using this Canva link. So when you click on it, you'll log in using your Google account and then you'll join my team. This is important that you log into Canva using this link because I have a premium account with more bells and whistles that you will also have available to you using that link. You're going to create a design and choose the Instagram post, so it's a square. And then you're going to copy paste chunks of your story onto the slides like I showed you last week or earlier this week. And your first slide should be your headline for your story. And just put by your first name only. So up to 9 slides then will be your story copy pasted and then design. So choose a readable font and design your story with shapes and colors. And if you have photos, some photos to make it look engaging for the reader. Be sure at some point, even if you're not finished, to share your design story with me in Canva using ewilliam at ccs.k12. If you just type ewilliam, no S, I should show up and you should be able to share it with me. So this is what it's going to look like. I've got my story pulled up here and I'm going to just copy paste those pieces. So each paragraph could technically be a slide in Instagram. Now, if I have, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, I have 9 paragraphs. So that could be 9 slides plus a title. So that's 10 slides I can do with this. So I click the link. Now I'm in Canva, and you're going to be able to see some different folders and links here. You're going to create your design and go to Instagram post here. And that will give you a square document that you'll be able to design on. And I'll walk you through a couple different things, but to design these, you're going to be able to choose a background, and you've got colors you can choose, you've got textures you can choose, and all kinds of things to make your story look really cool. So if you want something simple, a color is fine, but I would like to see some kind of color background. You can do a black background with white text or yellow text. Just be careful that it doesn't hurt your reader's eyes. So I'm going to stick with maybe a darker gradient background, and there's lots more that you can choose from, as you can see here. So the first thing I'm going to do is my title. So looking at my story, how it's made, Music Man Jr. So over here on the left, I've got text. Now you can choose text combinations that already exist if you want to, or you can create your own. And so I'm going to go ahead and pick one that already exists and change the colors because I don't like those colors. So I'm going to make it white. And then you can edit that text. So how it's made, Music Man Jr. And I can move that around. I can make it bigger. I can make it smaller. It does not have to be centered. You can do some cool stuff with it. I might make it just a touch smaller, stretch it out a little bit, and then keep it centered. Then I'm gonna add a new text box and put my name. And then I don't want that to be too much larger, and I don't like that font. So I'm gonna go in and change the font to make it a little skinnier. And you've got a lot of fonts to choose from. So take your time to pick one that looks perfect. And then I'm gonna shrink that up because I don't really want it to be that large. And because it's Music Man, I'm going to go down here to Elements and type in Music Notes. And I can pull, I like these sketchy ones, that looks really cool. So I'm going to pull in some sketchy music notes, and you can select different items by holding Shift, and you can move them both together. And you can also have them go in front and behind under Position. You can go backwards, forwards. But since they're all white, I'm just going to make them smaller, and then you can tilt them to give it a little more whimsy. And then I'm going to pull in another music note, make it white, and then group those, do one more copy, and then one more copy. I can shrink them together. There you go. So there's my title. When I'm ready for the new page, I'm just going to add a new page. Now, if you like that background, you can just copy the page and delete the stuff you don't want. So on each page, I'm probably going to have a little bit of music notes going around somewhere, like maybe going down the side. So once I've created my template that I'm going to keep using, I'll get rid of all this stuff and play around with designing so it looks engaging so the reader has something to look at and it's not just a typical story that we're reading. It's more of like a design story. So then I'm going to go to my text box and I'm going to add a little bit of body text. And I'm going to go to my story and I'm going to go to the first, my introduction, highlight it if it'll let me, which it won't. So I've got my Google Doc open now and I'm going to highlight my first paragraph, Control C copy, go into Canva for my text box there, Control V paste. And I don't want it to be centered. I'm going to have it actually go to the left. And this is where you can adjust it and make it a larger size and make sure it's spelled correctly and it's edited right. And if you want to, you can even change the line height so it spreads it out just a touch more. That might fool our readers into thinking there's way less text. And then you can go in and play around with some designs if you so want to get it just right. Maybe pop another music note down here. And then I'm going to duplicate that page and I've got my text box already made. So now I'm going to go back to my story and I'm actually going to make these paragraphs uh, paragraphs together. So instead of having two, I'm going to have one really long one. Copy it, pop it in, paste it. Now it's a little bit longer, so I'm going to need to make that text box a lot smaller and work with, now it may be too long, so I might have to break this up into two slides, which I think I might. I'm going to just go ahead and duplicate it. And then up here, I'm going to get rid of the cast and crew part like this. Delete that, but then go to the next slide and delete the top part. There we go. Nice and easy. Now I can readjust the boxes and make them larger. Now, if you've got photos, this would be a perfect place to either upload your photos. So go to Uploads and get your photos so they're on your Google Drive. Apparently, I've uploaded some fun Bitmojis. Let's say this camera picture is my photo. And then you can resize it and place it under your story. If you want to, you can make it real fun and have some things overlap. So go to Position, Forward, just to give it a cool look. You can group them together. Position, Forward. To share it, you want to make sure you share it with me. So keep working on it. And I would change things up so it doesn't look the same every slide. So you might want to draw an imaginary rectangle, grab these music notes, pull them over there, pull your story there. So it looks slightly different. So every slide has its own unique look. Add as much color as you want, just so it's not too distracting. And to share it with me, you're going to go up to here to share, and you'll just type my name, E. William. Oops, not few. And then my name should show up here, and you just send me an invite, and I'll have access to your design, and I can help you edit it from there. So that is how you're going to design your story in Canva.